Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Baloo and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Baloo is going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is, if you remember, where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Baloo heel. Now, at this point, Baloo has a job to do, and that is to remain even with your left leg when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking nicely next to you. Matching pace with you, not forging ahead or lagging behind, and each time that you stop walking, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And this is an important exercise because you always want to have your pup well under control when you're out on walks. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your long sit stay, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds and you're going to slowly work up to 3 minutes. This is a self-control exercise. When Rich returns back to him, he will quickly walk all the way around him, returning all the way back to where they started. Rich stops at that heel position, and Baloo waits for another command, and they take off heeling again. And it's very important to practice your obedience. American Eskimos can be very spirited dogs, and he needs to know that you're in control. Rich is going to leave him in another sit stay. And this time, instead of returning all the way back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come on command. It's Baloo come. He should come right in front and sit. He should not jump all over you. And then he should return back to heel and back sitting. Rich gives him verbal praise. You don't want to overstimulate him by overpraising, but you have to let him know that you're pleased with him, so we choose to use verbal praise. Nice automatic sit. Stay. Another stay. Stay. Rich walks out and turns to face him, and then he's going to use his name this time. Happy voice, call him right in, and he sits right in front, and then he goes back to heel. He's such a cute little guy. He's the best puppy we have here now. Rich just tapped his leg to motivate him, keep him up and going. Now, the next commands that we're going to demonstrate for you are your down commands. The first one is the down from a heel position. So with the puppy seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now, he got up, so Rich told him no, down, stay, in a firm voice. You have to see these exercises through because they're self-control exercises. And when Rich returns back to him, he walks again all the way around him, just as he did on the sit stay, and Baloo remains lying there until Rich gets back to his shoulders and gives him another heel command. His housebreaking has really is perfect now. And we're going to send you home a sample schedule so that you know exactly what he's used to here at school, because it's been a long time. So we do recommend that you follow the schedule in the beginning. This time Rich is going to call him out of that down. We have a bird that's accompanying the video. Baloo's a little distracted by that. Back to heel and back sitting. Very nicely done. And the more you practice and watch your video and work with him, the better he's going to be for you as well. Rich is bringing him home, and he does a great lesson. Now this time we're going to demonstrate the down from a distance. So Rich is going to leave him in a sit-stay, and remember, always have your puppy seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Rich is going to use his right hand to give the command. If he has to step in and get a little closer, he does. And it was funny because when we first started working with him today, he was laying down instead of sitting. Now he doesn't want to lay down. So remember, American Eskimos can be a little hard-headed and can really outthink you if they want to. And we've demonstrated for you all of Baloo's formal on-leash obedience commands. We're going to be sad to see him go. He was challenging in the beginning, but we've all grown to love him very much, and he's come a very, very long way. And we think he loves us too. So we will see you very soon, and thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.